Information is excellent, the teaching is excellent. Having the book as a resource is what they tell us. It's not a textbook, it's a resource book. Having that and knowing all this information is something you're going to take home and be able to continue with on your own. I think people like that. And also, there is something about working with the group that even the people like myself who have done it for a long time have probably done it alone or with someone taking care of them, like teaching them. But this is like sharing it with other people and listening to everybody in the group. Almost everybody will have a chronic condition, even the leaders.
My life is a lot better. I have not got depressed, and I can handle everyday living with myself and my husband who has Alzheimer's. I don't get angry at him anymore because I know it's not his fault. So I stop and I pause. Now, I often think of you and I say, now what would they be thinking of doing? And so that makes my day happier.
I found it really enlightening. Meeting the other people that have had similar difficulties as myself, we were all willing and helpful to each other with some of the things that we have found out. We shared, and we were able to help others with their own experiences, as well as learning how to cope with our own problems.
I really enjoyed the interaction between the leaders and the participants. And it gave us a chance to think outside the box, so to speak, because when you're dealing with a chronic condition, you tend to look inward. And this way, you looked outward.
Right now, I take my nitro when I need my nitro. I take my puffer when I need my puffers. So, healthy-wise, I'm a lot better since I took the course. And I'm glad I took it.
My health probably has been better because I have lifted some of the stressors in that I know a little bit more. I really do the planning exercise, and I really find myself, okay, I'm going to clean out that drawer. It's going to take me half an hour, and I'm going to do it Sunday afternoon. And those kinds of things really, really do help. And just a little bit, one little bit, and another little bit. And that's, just keep you going. Part would be that you're not alone. That there's other people out there just like yourself.
In a workshop, everybody gets together and talks more or less of their problems, and they help each other to resolve your problem. Also, you help them resolve their problems with their health.
It's like a giant think tank, really. You all come together, you give out ideas, you discuss the ideas, you look at the negatives and the positives, and you take that and you turn it into a positive, and you find a solution.
I think you're not alone. You're not the only one that's struggling with things. You meet other people that are struggling. And I think that is really important because sometimes we feel like we're the only ones out there. We're the only ones having all these problems and, oh, why me, etc. But once you start meeting the other people and knowing that you're not the only one and sharing, and caring, you start really caring about everybody.
If you're willing to work towards taking this course and you've got an attitude about wanting it and you commit yourself to going to the classes, and doing the work and being part of the group, you'll get everything out of it you need.
It helped me. It's certainly worthwhile. Go for it. What have you got to lose? It's 6 weeks, and you meet great people. And I think I would just encourage them to go and take the course. It's amazing, and the information that you get, and the book that you receive, and all the little tricks that you find out is really important.
Like when you're living with your pain, or you're living with fatigue, or you feel that you can't do very much, it gets rather dull because you're constantly in it all the time. But being in a session the way we were with many people, it suddenly took on another dimension, shall we say, and I know that it gave me impetus to continue on after the workshop finished.
I'm not the type of person that usually talks in front of people. I keep things inside. But when I went there after 2 or 3 weeks, and then I enjoyed listening to everybody, and then I participated.
The group has a tendency to pull together over a period of time. After a few weeks, they just get closer and closer. By the end, you feel like you've been seeing them for a year.
Take the strategies and use them to the full benefit of to help yourself. And this is what I learned, was how to do that.
It also had the fullness of everything I've learned in 35 years of searching and finding it little bit by little bit as it was becoming bigger, is condensed in one book. And I just like to share that with people, that there's so much here. It's everything I wish had been there when I started. They can start there. You know, they're not going to be left floundering. The peer leaders were all very knowledgeable. They knew their stuff, which was nice. We had a lot of fun when we were making up brainstorming lists. So they take turns, and they do something, then the other one does something. And we just all participate, and then it becomes a real pulling together. And we come up with really great ideas.
But I also think it has to do with the leaders they have. Because they can communicate with the people, and people can communicate back with them. And if you have a problem, you want to ask questions, they can answer to me with the right answers.
The skills and the strategies that we learn in the workshops, I could take and just use on a daily basis. That would, to me, that was the key, was to learn to live and strategize on a daily basis. And it really helped.
I really highly recommend it. I have told a couple of my friends that they should take it too. And they say, well, I'll think about it. Because I think it would help anybody that's going through pain and suffering, and what to do to relieve your pain and suffering.